Hi. I'm back. So, hi. Um, any luck? I see the bar dancing with this very gentle piano-filled song. Nothing. Son of a bitch. That means any alerts also will not work. I do not understand. I don't. I don't understand. I didn't stream on Thursday. Maybe it's mad at me. What does the desktop audio setting say? Default, which is to my headset, which is what it always is. Nothing's changed there. I run things to my headset so that I can hear it, and then I enable the desktop audio in general to pump into stream. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Thursday I was like just drained. The puppy was sucking the life out of me. I needed to get out of the house, so I ended up leaving for a little bit. I went to Lowe's to pick up some lumber and stuff like that, and a couple of tools and whatnot. Advanced audio settings, and it should be monitoring and output mode. Well, let's take a quick look. If this doesn't work, then we're just gonna crack on, because we have a book to read. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Hold on. Oh, you mean advanced in my desktop, not in stream, right? I think. Let's see. Oh, you mean it? Okay, you mean in OBS. All right. I was getting conflicted. All right, so let's see. What now? Oh, now it's... That's so weird. I've always had it on the middle option. That's so weird. And now, of course, it wants to do ads. Stupid. Okay. Let's get these ads out of the way, and then we'll read. Good grief. Unbelievable. Unreal. Well, thank you for bearing through all that. I appreciate it. Yeah. Let me go delete all those 5-minute recordings. Okay. Renato. Hello. Bonjour. We're gonna read in about 1 minute and 5-ish seconds. Because some people might be in ads, some people might not. I don't know. God, I'm gonna have to get a sip of tea for all that. That was nuts. At least the tea's good. Oh, Rexter, I forgot to ask. I said I wouldn't do any workouts for the subs that you've generously gifted. Does that mean I can't add them to my count for later? Just curious. Riddler hacked into your OBS and changed your setting to mess with Batman? Yep, pretty much. Night Marcher. Good to see you, sir. All right, ads are done. Thank God. Exclamation point play to play. These are races, not like Grand Prix lap style. So who knows what's going to happen? All I know is we're on chapter 7 of our current book. Tu ferais mais tu ne rien faire pour ces abonnements. I have no idea what that means. Rexter over here, strutting his French stuff. It means you better not do anything for those. Okay. Gee, all right. I was just checking. Just checking. Wait, what? You have to be... Hold on. How do I... No, I didn't... You know, tonight... Tonight is just not my night. Okay. I didn't mean to set it to subscribers. Everyone just take a breath for me, will you, please? I appreciate that. Yeah, see, there's nothing on here that says anything about being subscribers. It's not typed in caps because I don't want to yell. I respect you. Woo-saw. Yeah, I don't... There's nothing on here that that says you have to be a sub. That's weird. Let me fire it up again. See what happens. It's just one thing after another tonight. I swear to God, we're gonna read a book at some point. Okay. Does it work now? I guess we're good. 60 seconds on the freaking clock. Let's start reading before something else breaks. All right. Chapter 7. Anyone can play. Subs have other balls they can choose from if available. They'll show up in the right-hand side. Type play and number ball if on the other side. Yep. Correct. Yeah, there shouldn't ever be a setting that's like it's subs only. But hey, this one looks cool. It's got a spinny wheel. Chapter 7 is Ava Morgan. We're starting on page 35 of the printed copy. Exclamation point wishes if you wish to see more about the book. Red Thorn. Okay, here we go. I love this. It's so much fun. Kelly waved her hands in the air, encompassing the whole bar. And the atmosphere? Just look at this place. Her mother was right. The bar was gorgeous. With its rough, unhoned wooden rafters, wide planked floors, and me trying to push buttons. There we go. Wide planked floors and warm earth tones. The rooftop was covered where the band played, the dance floor, and a good portion of the seating area. However, the double-sided bar was partially open to the elements, opening to a large balcony filled with tables. The massive beams jutted out over the balcony, cantilevering, I can read, providing some shade in the afternoon, while strings of small globe lights swayed in the air, setting a dreamy mood. The glassware and bottles behind the bar sparkled in the soft lighting and the sun's slanting rays. The warm summer air poured in as the air conditioning and music flowed out. Large planters filled with grasses, hostas, and wildflowers softened the edge of the brick building. They had been lucky to get a table because both sides of the bar were brimming with people. Snippets of conversation could be heard over the backseat of the bass guitar. Backbeat. Not backseat. Good God. Backbeat of the bass guitar. But when his voice rang out, Ava couldn't focus on anything but him. That voice, low, deep, and seductive, had a rasp that was pure gravel yet smooth like hot buttered rum. It sent a delicious curl of desire through her. She'd know it anywhere. Even though she had only heard it for the first time less than 30 minutes ago, it was lodged in her heart and anchored in her soul. She was good at recognizing voices, sounds, lyrics, and melodies. It was her gift, and that voice was his. Oh, how she longed to sing with him, to harmonize, match her voice to his, and lose herself in a magical duet that would bind their voices together in a perfect, unforgettable melody. Well done, Purple. Aw, me and Jesse, we didn't even finish. Poopy. That one was very like, whoa, spin me right round, baby, right round. All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Ava leaned forward in her seat, trying to get a better view of him. He strutted across the stage like he owned it, cocky, confident, and charismatic. She'd seen a glimpse of that attitude out on the street when he ran into her, but on stage, he was all that and more. And for the record, he had run into her. It was inevitable. She couldn't have avoided him even if she tried. The moment she saw him step out from the building amidst the bustling crowd, she felt it, the undeniable pull. Their paths had to cross. It was as if he were a magnet, a force she couldn't resist, drawing her in with a power so intense she couldn't look away. The dark hair, the 5 o'clock shadow, and the hint of dimples. Dimples in both cheeks, etched on that rugged face, had made her heart skip. But the way those denim blue eyes flashed as he scanned the street was so intense that her body was immediately on high alert. She froze for a split second, just long enough to change her direction, her intentions of avoiding the collision gone. He had flipped his backward baseball cap around to shield those eyes from the sun and made the turn into her, according to her plan. He had been a solid wall of muscle, with a deep, dark, seductive scent lingering in the air just inches from his skin. The conversation hadn't been planned, though. She hadn't had time to think that through. It annoyed her slightly that he hadn't or didn't have a clear conception of Iowa State, her alma mater. Alma mater, not matter. Iowa State. God. Just when you think you know someone. I'm just kidding, Mel. I'm kidding. What in the world are you doing, Evelyn? You lean over much further and you'll fall right out of that chair, her mother commented. What? Ava asked, bringing her attention back to the here and now. She shifted in her seat, realizing her mother was right. She was dangerously close to tipping over. Wait. Okay, I think your ball's stuck. She righted herself as the appetizer arrived and was sampled while Kelly chatted away, oblivious to Ava drowning in the wake of a country cowboy. I need a hat. She knew she would be listening and enjoying what little time she knew she should be listening and enjoying what little time she had with her mother. Good God, I swear I can read. Enjoying what little time she and her mother had together, but she couldn't focus, just like me. In approximately 48 hours, she'd be on her own. Her mother headed back to Des Moines, some 10 hours away. I know where that is. It's only 2 hours away from me.
There's a leak in the boat!
What the heck? Thanks, Rexter. There's a leak in the boat! Was that supposed to have a video? Because I didn't see anything pop up. Or was it just noise? Okay, I moved it to the top, so it should...
Hey, who's that handsome guy?
Why, it's Johnny. Hello, Johnny. So here's the interesting thing, Kay. Your ball is definitely stuck somewhere. I have no idea where it is. And you're the only person left because everyone else failed to get there. I have no idea where your ball is. So, this is very interesting. Will it time out after a while? Like, is it gonna just say the game's over? That's me always gumming up the works. Well, I think that's just my kind of night tonight. Huh. Well, we'll give it another couple of minutes, see what happens. I don't even know how to get out of the level. This is great. Anyway, moving on. It would be hard because they were close and had been since her father passed away when she was little. But once her mother left, she'd be alone after all these years. Well, that wasn't entirely true, she corrected. She had Molly and her new roommate, or so she hoped. It surprised her when Molly didn't acknowledge her arrival, but she knew her coming had happened quickly. The last time she and Molly spoke, it didn't look like she could make it work. So, how could she have expected Molly to drop everything and be here when she arrived? She couldn't. But since she hadn't been able to reach her, Ava hoped she might run into her here at the bar. That's because I have a feeling she's
This is for you guys.
dead.
That's for Gamer Boy who donated 100 biddies. For Wes for his 200 biddies too.
Is that one of these? Like, Johnny, how the heck are you? Eh? How are you? When she asked if Molly was working, they told her no. She was probably out with her new guy. It wasn't a big deal. They'd hang out soon enough. She had to stay hopeful that the music industry bigwigs would take notice of her too. She was in this for the long haul. These first few days without Molly would soon be nothing more than a distant memory. Yeah, a memory, all right. One way was to capture the moment so it wasn't all a blur. Ava grinned and raised her phone high. With a quick tap, she hit record, eager to share the moment with the girls and later with her followers. Blah. Turned the page and it turned back on me. If anyone knows how to get out of the race without closing the freaking game, do I hit escape? Yes. Skip. We'll just say you won, Kay. Okay? Okay. It's not very good if it doesn't work. The whole race. What part of Tennessee is this book set? We're in Nashville right now, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm second guessing myself though now. Yeah. Because that's where all the music lovers are. Nashville, Tennessee. She angled the camera to catch the glowing Cognac Creek logo, the energy of the place buzzing around her. Oh. 60 seconds on the clock. If it works this time. Hey, she called out, her voice full of excitement. I made it. We arrived late this afternoon, hauled everything into the apartment, and now we are in downtown Nashville, hanging out at Cognac Creek. We're about to eat these delicious burgers. She panned down for a quick sweep of her meal and her mom. Say hi to everyone, Mom. Kelly gave a little wave to the camera. I hope you can hear this music. With a slow scan of the stage, Ava was quiet for a moment, letting the band play, leaving the camera linger a little longer than necessary on Owen Lane. She spun the camera for a quick, dramatic sweep of the bar, the string of delicate globe lights reflecting the pulse of the music. I'll keep you in the loop as to what's happening. Now that I'm here, I look forward to settling in, and hopefully Molly and I can get together soon. Love you guys. She hit stop on the recording.
I feel like there's a general theme to creepiness in this hotel.
Oh boy.
One.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I hate that I can't just auto watch. Hi, Stunt Mama. She hit stop on the recording, her smile remaining. I think it's wonderful that you have such a supportive network. They encourage me, and in return, I encourage them. It goes both ways, Ava said, typing Owen's name into her search engine. The phone worked its magic, and she scanned the information on him. I'm having a hell of a time tonight getting my crap together. Here's to that, Kelly beamed, lifting her glass. Ava didn't miss a beat. She lifted her margarita to her mother's and her eyes looking at the band and Owen Lane. She felt a jolt as their eyes connected. The air sizzled with heat for one brief electric moment as those eyes burned holes through hers. Just when she didn't think she could take the intensity anymore, he looked away, breaking the connection. Are you all right? Kelly asked. I'm just taking it all in. Ava picked up a fry and held it inches from her mouth. I can't believe I get to live here. It's a dream come true. Kelly patted her hand. I know. I'm excited for you. And to think you get to come to Broadway and listen to live music whenever you want and hopefully sing and play here too. What a treat. She took a bite of her cheeseburger. We still have some things to do before you start work on Monday. I want to give that bathroom a good scrub, run a cleaning pod through the washing machine, and ensure you have a fully stocked fridge and pantry before I leave, Kelly said, ticking off her mental list. I wonder when your roommate did that last. Hi, Donna. Ava laughed. We'll get to it, Mom. Just enjoy tonight. We'll worry about that tomorrow. If there is a tomorrow. Red Thorn. Winner, winner. Chicken. I didn't finish another race? Seriously? Rigged. Absolutely rigged. I can't believe it. Can't I believe it? 60 seconds on the clock. Good luck. In fact, don't join so I can win. Good God. Okay, join. Fine. Whatever. Their meals were long gone, and their glasses empty as the crowd thinned and the band stopped to take another break. Ava sat straighter as Owen Lane stepped off the stage. Women flocked to him. She felt a little twinge of jealousy as she watched them run their hands all over him. Look at that guy thinking he has control. Yeah, that's right. Owen didn't bat an eye. He flirted, posed for photos, and laughed at something she couldn't hear. He effectively excused himself from the congregated women, leaving them drooling in his wake, and walked directly over to her with his dog in tow. Their eyes locked as he stopped at her table. Much to her surprise, he broke the connection and turned toward her mother. Excuse me, ma'am. He stuck out his hand to Kelly. My name is Owen Lane. Kelly Morgan, she said, taking his hand. Nice to meet you. Kelly gestured toward Ava. Toward Ava. This is my daughter, Ava. We've met. Hello again, Hawkeye. Cyclone, Ava corrected. The Iowa State mascot is a cyclone. He flashed a smile, so quick and so deep that identical grooves creased the sides of his face. Oh, boy. You've met? Kelly asked, clearly surprised. Briefly, outside, when your daughter plowed into me on the street. Ava raised an eyebrow. Plowed into you? I'm pretty sure it was the other way around. Let's agree to disagree. He turned his attention back to her mother. Are you enjoying the music? Yes, you and the band are quite good. Thank you. He cleared his throat, and that gravelly voice asked, Would it be rude of me to ask if we could buy you a drink? That's not rude. More like presumptuous. Ava finished for her mother. What my daughter means is that would be very kind. But I must ask, who is we? You and your beautiful dog? Us and my guy, Toby, over there. Owen turned and pointed at the drummer. On cue, Toby looked over and smiled widely, tipping his hat in their direction. Wanted to buy you a drink. Kelly laughed. Now, isn't that just the sweetest? Is that a yes? Owen asked. Rexter, is your ball stuck too? What is everyone's balls getting stuck? Unstick your balls. Ava watched the exchange, curious about where this whole thing was going. Well, it's up to my daughter if she'd like to stay longer. Owen pinned her in place with his eyes, challenging her with a look. Well, how about it, Hawkeye? You heard me, Stunt Mama. Everyone's balls keeps getting stuck. I kindly ask that you unstick them. Thank you. Oh no. Oh, never mind. I won. Yay. Woo. She wasn't sure what he was up to, if this was about her mother or not. Regardless, she wasn't about to back down from a challenge. Rexter, thank you for giving Stunt Mama a shubby. It was very kind of you. Very kind indeed. Oh. Thought you were gonna have that one. I guess we could stay for one more drink. She shifted in her chair, looking directly at him. Ah, the Bookfather, finally. Next race. Owen snagged a chair from the table next to them, dropped the leash, and let the dog crawl under the table. The bar's automated playlist started, filling the room with music. Owen signaled for a server as Toby sidled up to the table. Oh, I see. We're all over the place. Ooh. 60 seconds on the clock. Ma'am. Toby tipped his Stetson in Kelly's direction. Got room for one more? Of course, Ava gestured. Pull up a chair. I would, Toby offered, hesitating, clearly changing his mind. We only have 10 minutes until the next set. If I'm going to make my move, I need to do it quickly. Your move? Kelly asked, taken back. What move would that be? It's, Not a live band or us. He waved his hand between himself and Owen, but the playlist here is pretty good. With a smile as wide as Old Hickory, Toby held out his hand as the next song started. Can I have this dance? Callie laughed, then flushed a shade of red. Oh, you're serious? As serious as a runner doing the stairs at Percy Warner, he said without his smile dimming. I'm not sure what that means, but... Kelly glanced around, noticing a few others still on the dance floor. Why not? I'm in. Toby took her hand and pulled her up and out onto the floor, giving her a quick twirl. Owen abandoned his chair and slid quickly into her mother's vacated one across from Ava. He watched them gracefully glide across the dance floor, their movements perfectly in sync, and a faint smile tugged at the corner of his lips. They really can dance, can't they? He remarked, his voice casual, but the admiration in his tone was clear. Ava, too, couldn't help but be captivated by the way they moved. She nodded, her gaze lingering on the couple as they twirled past. They made quite the pair despite the age difference. Toby was young and lanky, but apt and confident as he led her mother around the dance floor. Yeah, they can, she agreed, her voice soft but thoughtful. Owen turned to face her, his expression shifting just slightly, as if a spark of something mischievous danced in his eyes. What about us? He asked, his tone playful yet laced with something more, a challenge beneath the surface. Want to see how well we fit together on the floor? She leaned forward and looked at him intently. I'm more interested in knowing how someone who claims to have graduated from Kansas doesn't know the difference between Iowa State's mascot and the University of Iowa's. Hi, user death. Just do !puzzle, and you'll get a link. So you can, quote, kick its butt. And Red Thorn's lurking. Kay is asking to watch a movie. I hope it's a good movie. My puzzle? Oh boy, here we go. Stop Mama, it is a community puzzle. He chuckled. Caught. You Googled me. She shrugged and ticked off items. You had a full ride to play basketball for the Jayhawks. Your number was 7, and you majored in music. I could go on, but there's not much after that. Maybe a co-written song or two in there? Leaning back, he acted casual, draping one arm over the empty chair beside him. I'm impressed. And I need to push start. You shouldn't be. She leaned back, mimicking him. I didn't spend much time on it. Took me all of 2 seconds to find you and read everything there was to know. But you did find me. She cocked her head knowingly. I did. And that is chapter 7. She is definitely playing hard to get. Like, so bad. She's infatuated with him, jealous that other women like him, and gives him crap when he talks to her. It's pretty darn typical, if you ask me. Alrighty. Oh. Yeah. I go out of town tomorrow. But I'll be back sometime on Tuesday. So I should be here on Tuesday, unless for some reason my travel gets interrupted or delayed or whatever that would make me so egregiously late that streaming just wouldn't make sense. But yes, going on a quick work trip a few hours away. How dare you have a life? Yeah, I know. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's just a quick overnighter. Nothing crazy. Alrighty. The last time we read this book, we got through 6 chapters, and so far, in an hour, we've gotten through 1. So, that's fun. Why does it say my internet is unstable? I've got like fiber internet. You're supposed to be here to entertain us? I'm trying. Is it lagging to you? It looks like it's lagging to me. Like really jittery. Yeah, that's weird. As long as my voice doesn't get, like, distorted or whatever. I think OBS is having a day. Let's see. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. I don't even know what that would be. I don't know a whole lot about OBS and the settings. So, yeah. I don't even want to try and mess it up. Weird. Need to tell my wife that caution the next time she asks me multiple favors. My OBS encoding says no. Are you not entertained? Yeah, my internet was fine before, but now it keeps saying unstable. It says my average stream bitrate is too high. That doesn't make any sense. Good job, Stump Mama. In fact, you're the only one that finished, so is it really a good job or is it just you got lucky? She cheated. All right then. Well, let's just carry on with chapter 8, shall we? Ooh, okay. I just noticed something. So chapter 8 doesn't have a name for the title like all the other chapters that we've read so far. And given the opening text, the first like 4 words, I'm assuming that this is text from our antagonist. From the serial killer himself. Let's find out. The night was dark, the road curvy, and that last glass of whiskey wasn't sitting well. The road's markings zoomed by The road's markings zoomed by, yellow dashes turning into a blur and making them seem like a solid line. The gas pedal was pressed to the floor. The car was accelerating. Too fast. The curve was tight. The shoulder was narrow. The car drifted toward the center and over, gripping the steering wheel, hands jerked to avoid a car as the vehicle flew past in the opposite direction. Veering toward the shoulder, there was a second of recognition. A man. A dog. Too close. The wheel jerked. The brakes locked. A dog barked. He came up over the hood. The windshield cracked, split like a web. For a fraction of a second, their eyes connected. Pain and panic. And then he was gone. A thud registered. The thump was palpable as the screech of tires rang out into the darkness. The smack of flesh on the wet pavement echoed through the dark, and the dog began to howl. Jolted awake, gasping for breath, eyes shut open in the darkness, sweat clung to damp skin. Hands fumbled for something familiar, something safe. The edge of the bed, the blankets, and a pillow gave some comfort. It was a dream. A nightmare. It had been 6 months, but the impact of that body, the fear in his eyes, the mournful call of the dog, still haunted. And that was literally chapter 8. We know Owen has a dog. But we don't have any reference if this is past tense. I mean, technically we do because it was a dream, right? But, well, no, I guess technically not, because is it a dream of what had happened, or is this like a dream of what might happen in the future? And whose dream is it? Is it Owen's dream? Or somebody else's? Questions. So many questions. Mel, did you intend not to have a name for chapter 8? I'm assuming so, but I just wanted to double check. Yep, no name on purpose. All right, I assume so. Then we shall let the mystery unfold. Did my marble die? It sure did. Rexter's did too. I don't know how mine hasn't yet, but... Oh god, it's shooting. I almost got gotted. This is a very intense track. All right, moving on. Chapter 9 is Ava Morgan. Well done, stunt mama. You won the race. This one's called A Breathtaking Heart Attack. Sounds delightful. Doesn't look like we're gonna get murdered at all. Okay. Knock, knock. Anybody home? There was a commotion just outside the door. Oh, my word, Kelly exclaimed. What in the world is happening out there? Ava quickly went to the door, peered out the peephole, and opened it. Hiya! the little blonde at the door exclaimed. I'm Kara, your roommate? The Uber dropped me off. Thank you for opening the door. My hands were full and I couldn't open it. She plopped down a suitcase, shifted a purple duffel bag higher on her shoulder, and stuck out her hand. So glad to finally meet you face to face. Likewise, Ava said. Here, let me help you. She reached for the suitcase. Do you have more downstairs? Nope, this is it, Kara said, edging past her into the apartment. So glad you're here. Thank you. I'm excited to be here too. Kara, this is my mom, Kelly. Hiya, she said again, her smile stretching the sprinkling of freckles across her face. Where were you coming back from? Kelly asked. My mom's, Kara laughed. I like to pop home when I have a break in my schedule. But aren't you just the prettiest? She commented, giving Ava the once-over. The camera on your laptop didn't do you justice. We'll have to beat the cowboys off with a stick. Kelly laughed. That's the truth. You should have seen them falling over her at the bar last night. Really? Kara wiggled her eyebrows. In town for one day and you already have an entourage of admirers? I'm not surprised. I would hardly say that. My mom likes to exaggerate. But there was at least one. Kara prodded. Oh, Allie and Stunt are fighting. Ava lifted a shoulder in a small shrug, unable to contain the slight rise in heat to her face as Owen filled her mind. Maybe. She shook herself. She couldn't let herself think about him. Not the way he twirled her around the dance floor or the sexy rasp of his voice. Let me help you get this to your room, Ava said to Kara, lifting the suitcase. Well, you don't have to do that. I'll unpack later, Kara said, dropping her duffel bag near the bedroom door. I want to get to know you first. That's more important in my book. That's more important in my book, not in my book. As if she was writing something. Get it together, man. In the living room, Callie sat on the sofa. Tell us everything. How long have you lived here? Oh, about a year now, Kara said. I'm so excited to have a roommate again. I couldn't stop chatting about it with the guy next to me on the airplane. I think he was relieved when we pulled up to the gate. She laughed and bounced slightly on the arm of the chair. I tend to talk a lot when I'm nervous or excited. Well, I'm so glad you're here. It makes leaving on Monday a little easier, knowing you already have each other to rely on. My mom's a little overly protective. Ava rolled her eyes at Kara. Kelly swatted at a tear that was ready to fall. Oh, look at me, she said, unabashed. Stunt Mama, is this what it feels like to not talk? Is this what it feels like? Unabashedly. I'm already tearing up and we still have the whole day ahead. You have a car, right? Kara asked. I do, Ava acknowledged. Great. Kara stood, brushed her hands down her capris, and smiled. Ladies, grab your purses. I need to show you around Nashville. Very much so. Yeah. Just feels weird, man. That sounds like fun. The buzzer went off in the laundry room. Just give me a minute. I want to grab my clothes out of the dryer. Ava got up and crossed the room. I hope you don't mind, but I ran a load this morning to get a few wrinkles out of my clothes. Why would I mind? Kara asked. This is your place too. I'll just be a minute. Ava stood in the laundry room, absent-mindedly unloading her clothes from the dryer while her mom and Kara chatted. She pulled out her garments, folding them as she went, and noticed a hoodie that wasn't hers. She held it up, black, soft, and the word Tennessee written in bold letters across the front. It looked like something she or even Molly would buy. Now, standing in the quiet of the laundry room, she pulled the hoodie tighter. Okay, you won. Good job. Oh God, what is this? Oh, it's just words. I was like, that doesn't look safe. Thank goodness, eh? My gosh. What's taking you so long? Kara questions, popping her head around the corner. Ava held out the sweatshirt. Is this yours? Kara grabbed it from Ava and her cheeks turned pink. There was this guy, she explained, and the slight flush went from pink to crimson. He spent the night? She continued in a hushed voice. He left it behind, so I thought I would wash it. Her voice trailed off. She shrugged and pursed her lips together, not saying anything else. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry. You didn't. Just one night stands can be a tad embarrassing. I'll throw this in my room and then we can go. Sounds good, Ava agreed. They started by driving past celebrity homes. They caught glimpses of a wide variety of stunning architecture neatly tucked behind gates and well-manicured, sprawling lawns hinting at the lives of the stars who called Nashville home. Oops, the race is off and I forgot to follow. My bad. After being in the car, they decided to walk around Centennial Park and stretch their legs. The park was lush and green, filled with flowers and winding paths. The centerpiece was a full-scale replica of the Parthenon. Good God, I am having a night. Its white columns gleamed under the bright Tennessee sun. Kara enthusiastically pointed at everything along the way while chatting a mile a minute. Her animated stories blended seamlessly with the lively atmosphere around them. Finally, they wrapped up their day at a local honky-tonk. What do you think? Kara asked as they slid into a booth. I love it. I definitely want to ride one of those pedal taverns before the summer is over. You'll go with me, won't you? Ava asked. Kara laughed. Sure, why not? I haven't had a chance to do that myself. We'll need to check out the John what? Sagenthaler pedestrian bridge. Is that actually Sagenthaler? Sagenthaler. Pedestrian bridge on another day too. There's a breathtaking view of the skyline with the river below. I think it's all wonderful and confusing, Kelly answered. My head is spinning from the traffic and the number of people. I don't know how you girls will ever get around. Does the author actually live in Tennessee? No. But I imagine she's been. The author's in chat with us tonight, Marcher. M.L. Ruse. Melissa, or as I like to say, Mel. If you have any questions, you may ask Mel Ruse. Those are all real places? Well, yeah, of course. Got to put a little bit of truth in the fictional story, you know. My daughter lives in Nashville, and I've been there a bunch of times. Yeah, see? Ain't that a thing? That's why we have this wonderful invention called the GPS, Mom, Ava reminded her. And Kara knows her way around. She's been here over a year. Exactly, Kara agreed. Let's order. They ordered, and Ava leaned forward. Kara, you mentioned on the phone that you are in real estate? I am. I'll warn you, I tend to have weird hours. A lot of evenings and weekends, but I have to go in bright and early tomorrow since I've been away for a few days. Kelly settled back against the booth. Do you sing too? I noticed a guitar in the living room. Kara laughed. That's more of a decoration. I sing, but I can't play. I want to learn, though. Well, it's never too late to learn, Kelly added. Didn't Molly take a job in real estate as well? She was going to, but she ended up getting the job at Cognac Creek, Ava acknowledged. I'm surprised you haven't heard from her since we arrived, Kelly commented. I listened to her latest message on the drive down. I'm sure she'll be around sometime tomorrow to meet me after work if she can. Ava directed her attention back to Kara. Have you been to Cognac Creek? Yeah, I've been there a few times. Good food, great live music. That's where I'll be working as well. Oh, Kara exclaimed. We used to live in downtown Nashville, and those pedal taverns, oh my lord, they are everywhere. I imagine they are. I've only been twice, I think. Both times were for work purposes. But yeah, pretty sure I've been there twice. Oh, Kara exclaimed. I'm a little jealous. It's hard to get a job there. I've been trying for months. It wasn't easy, but I'm thrilled to have gotten in. I've been following them on social media, and we went last night. They have such a great atmosphere and a cool country vibe, Ava commented, running a finger down her glass. They do. Kara took a dainty sip of her iced tea, leaving a faint pink lip print on the rim. She picked up a packet of artificial sweetener from the glass container on the table and dumped the contents into her glass. Their meals arrived. Enough about work stuff, Kara said, changing the subject. Kelly, what time are you planning on leaving tomorrow? Kelly sank her fork into her pasta. I'll leave after you girls go to work. I want to see Ava off. Ava felt her phone vibrate. She slipped it out of her pocket and peeked at the message. It was from Owen. Ava felt a delicious uptick in delight that shot down to her toes. She'd been thinking of him too. From Owen. I know you're out and about. I hope you're having fun. If you're in the area, stop by Cognac Creek. She squashed a smile that played on her lips. There was no sense tipping off Kara that her cowboy, was he her cowboy? As Kara had, not so delicately put it, wanted to see her. She pushed the phone back in her pocket and focused on the conversation. All the while, images of Owen danced through her head. Oot and a boot. That was chapter 9. So we finally met the roommates, but we still haven't found Molly. I say found. Well, that's good timing too, because there's an ad that's about to play in a minute. So I'm going to start it now. And then we'll continue after the ads. I love getting random ads on Discord from people who are, well, random. Just got another one now. Bye-bye. Man, you guys are almost done with the puzzle. I should have made it harder. I think it was, I want to say 484 pieces for that one. Somewhere around there. That's good tea. It's not sweet tea, but it's good tea. I actually don't like sweet tea. I've been doing puzzles on that side a lot lately. I do around 650 to 700. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard to know how many pieces to make it when I stream because sometimes it'll just sit there. And then sometimes I'll get a bunch of people banging it out and you know, I never know. Not bragging or anything. That's okay. You can brag if you want to. That's K1 again. Oh, ads are done. Fantastic. What in the world? Okay. Well, this should be interesting. Good luck. All right. Our next chapter is Detective Wyatt Lockhart. I was wondering when we might hear from the detective again, because after all, there is a serial killer at large. How large he is, we don't know. That was a dad joke, by the way. Moving on with my life. Chapter 10, page 50. Twisting the top off a Dr. Pepper. Excellent choice of beverage, by the way. Dr. Pepper Zero for me, personally. Wyatt swallowed the ice-cold beverage as he walked down the hall toward his office. He stopped short when he noticed the door was ajar. What do you mean, ew? What do you mean, ew? I'm drinking Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream right now. Good for you, Donna. Excellent choice. Didn't make it. No, sorry. I think you were like 2 seconds too late. But maybe next time. Anyway, he was drinking Dr. Pepper. He saw his door was ajar. He scowled as he peeked around the corner and saw FTO Rancic leaning over his desk, sneaking a look at his notes. Still have a blackberry Dr. Pepper in my fridge to try. It's really good. The black pepper, good God. The blackberry is really good. There it is. Good job. You finished the puzzle. Freedom guitar. Let freedom ring. Yeah, no zero for me. I'm not allowed to have fake sugars, but also don't like the taste. You were holding that piece. I never thought I would like Zero, but then I accidentally purchased Coke Zero one day. And I was like, well, I'm home now. I took a good drink of it, and I was actually I started to like it. And now I've completely switched. Zarias. What's up, sir? It's a lovely fish face you got there. All right, we are completely distracted. Wyatt kicked the door with the toe of his boot. It hit the wall with a loud bang. Rancic jumped, and Wyatt smirked with a smug sense of satisfaction, as Stunt Mama won the race. That's actually not why he was satisfied. It was because of making the other guy jump. Fubar, hello. What is this? This is 12 of 16. Allie is very proud of getting the last piece of the puzzle. Just letting you know. I liked the weird taste of Crystal Light when I was younger, though. I also enjoy Crystal Light, so... But Mio, however, my son likes Mio, and I don't. Mio tastes... I don't know. Off. Chalky, almost. I don't know. It's weird. Can't really put my finger on it. Anyway, doesn't matter. But you love Mio, see? Yeah. Weird. Weird, right? I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've only read like 2 paragraphs of this chapter, so let's not keep distracting me, shall we? Okay. Thanks. Good job, everybody. Smug sense of satisfaction. What the hell are you doing in my office? Wyatt demanded. Like a kid caught with his hand in the cookie jar before dinner, Rancic stepped back from the desk. I came to bring you the coroner's report for the last victim we pulled out of the Cumberland and the newspaper. Sorry, I'm very distracting. No, I'm actually the distraction. It's okay. When I want flavored water now, I use liquid IV packets, which don't use fake sugars unless you buy sugar-free type. Oh, I can't say I've heard of those, actually. I use the liquid Crystal Light. Just a couple of squirts. Good to go. What's it say? Have a look for yourself. Rancic handed him the newspaper. The headline in big, bold letters read, Rising Crime in Nashville. The Cumberland Killer Strikes Again. As the city grapples with an uptick in violent crime, fear looms over Nashville. The Cumberland Killer has claimed yet another victim, sparking widespread panic among residents. With each new attack, people are increasingly afraid to venture out after dark. Authorities are urging citizens to stay vigilant. You don't say. Wyatt wadded up the newspaper and tossed it in the trash. Not that, damn it. The autopsy report. My mistake. Disgusted, Wyatt took the manila folder from the man and flipped it open. Was the guy just trying to get under his skin? He scanned the contents, looking for any consistencies that stood out to him. Name, Jane Doe. Gender, female, race, Caucasian, age, mid-20s, height, 5'5", weight 110 pounds. Cause of death, drowning asphyxia, respiratory impairment due to inhalation of water. Skin, abrasions observed of exposed limbs. Concentrated abrasions around wrists and ankles. Toxicology report, elevated levels of antihistamines detected, including... Just had to put the actual... the big doctor words in here. Thank you. Diphenhydramine and doxylamine. Doxylamine succinate. This is why I did not become a doctor. I mean, there are other reasons, but this is definitely one of them. Yeah, or a pharmacist for that matter.
Well, we'll see if he doesn't close the hatch right in front of me.
You sure do, Mel. Thanks again for that. Nailing it so far tonight, by the way. Nailing it. First try. Pretty much all the time. Allie winning again. Oh boy. The concentration of these substances is consistent with the dosages found in over-the-counter sleep aids, aligning with findings in other victims' cases. Notable observ...
Why are you running around with me? Come and say you can grab my pussy.
I'm grabbing your pussy. I want your boy, your boy, your boy, your boy, your boy.
At least you got dimples right? Oh, thank God. Let's see. Oh. Join. 60 seconds. There we go. This one's fun. It's like a deck of cards. Notable observations. Unusual findings. Laryngitis found in the victim and extreme inflammation of the larynx, aka voice box, possibly caused by viral infections, overuse of the voice, irritants like smoke or allergens, or bacterial infections. Once again, Wyatt thought this woman took a heavy dose of sleeping pills either by choice or force, or maybe even without her knowledge. She could have been drugged and wholly unaware, and either walked or was carried to the river's edge, then fell in or was pushed. Regardless, in her deep sleep, once submerged under the water, she drowned quickly. He shook his head in disgust. It was estimated the body had been in the water for approximately 10 to 12 hours before being spotted and trapped in the rocky edge of the bank. His gaze traveled further down the report. He flipped the page and noted the river's water levels and the rate at which the water flowed. He did a quick calculation and estimated how far the body had traveled. Well? Rancic asked. Wyatt looked up. He had forgotten the man was still there. I'm thinking, he answered gruffly. He turned on his heel and walked across the room to the map of Nashville he had fixed to the wall. He had already marked the point at which they had found the woman's body with the pink pushpin and the number 4. His brow furrowed as he took in the other pink pins. Shoving the victims to the back of his mind, he ran his fingers up the map along the river, estimating the mileage. Sure enough, when he stopped counting, he was again in the center of the other pins. His brow creased. The body had to have been dumped in the river in close proximity to the others. Wyatt had been to that part of town enough times to know there were no cameras and little security. The perfect spot to slip a body into the river. Rancic quickly stepped beside him, tilting his head as if contemplating the map. He didn't say anything, but Wyatt could hear the click of his jaw as he crunched on a hard piece of candy. When he spoke, Wyatt's nostrils were filled with the scent of peppermint. Looks like she entered about the same spot as the rest of them, don't you think? Looks like, Wyatt grumbled. Are you gonna put another pin there? Annoyed, Wyatt didn't answer. He picked up the box of pushpins on the ledge, shook one out, and stuck it in the map. Then, he reached for a sticky pad of numbers and added 4 to the pin. Christini, I will drink when I want to. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, Christini. Oh, Donna, I just noted your dress. That's such a nice dress. You must have been going on a big date or something. Atkinson, tell Rexter he's wrong. I'm sorry, what about? Atkinson modded me to shout you out. I sure did. Hope you're doing well. I'm not doing too bad, thank you. I started making a planter today, and I've definitely decided to scrap the design I had in mind, and I'm gonna do something very different. Mainly because it's not working out. And you're quite welcome, Donna. God, that scared the crap out of me. But I'd also worn that dress to homecoming when I was like 15. The pic you see is me wearing the dress 20 years later. Holy cow. Not many people can say that. Good for you. That's amazing. Okay. Where was I? Right. The pin thing. I still have my prom dress. I wonder if it fits. I sadly don't have my prom dress. I sold it. Yeah. Rancic popped another peppermint. Such a shame. 4 women. We don't seem any closer to finding the culprit. I can't help but wonder if we had a canine unit, we could put on the task. Maybe we could be closer. He knew Rancic knew as well as he did that they didn't have the funds right now. It's only a matter of time. We'll find something that connects them. Wyatt rubbed a hand across. You didn't go to prom? Okay. I have my prom dress that I never wore to prom. Well, shucks. I went to like 12 formal dances in high school, but never prom. 12? Good grief. Damn. Wyatt rubbed a hand across the back of his neck, trying to work out a kink and not react to Rancic's last comment. He knew it was a dig on his leadership and the great loss the department had received months earlier. Don't you have something better to do than stand here staring at the map and annoying me? Rancic shrugged and pointed to the map. Want me to run out that way and see if I can find anything? Yes. Wyatt agreed quickly. Rancic wouldn't be underfoot if he were out on the beat. Go, take the rookie with you. Knock on some doors and talk to anyone with a heartbeat in a 6-block radius. Rancic nodded, walking backward toward the office door. On it. Rancic, Wyatt called after the FTO as he ducked out the door. Yeah? Come back with something. Rancic hooked a thumb back at himself and said, I won't let you down. Then he disappeared around the corner. That's debatable, Wyatt muttered. And that is the end of chapter 10. I was thankful I had girlfriends in high school who were about the same size. We borrowed formal dresses all through school, so we didn't have to buy a new one each time. Smart. Good God, why are things exploding? What is happening? Yes, very smart. I can't say I borrowed anyone's, like, dress pants or anything, but my stuff was all rented, so. But to be fair, I only did 1 year of high school here in the States, so Wasn't exactly a lot of dances to go to. I was the loner in the art class. I didn't do clothes exchanges. Did you exchange paintbrushes instead? I was still a geek nerd in high school. No one went with me. Aw. Rexter. I would have gone with you. Let's see. Ooh, 2 more left. I got along with all the cliques except the preppy snobs. I bounced around between them all. What Donna's trying to say is she got around. My daughter also does this with the girls on her color guard team. Nice. Okay, be nice to yourself. For the love. All right. Chapter 11 is Owen Lane. But the question is, will I have enough time to read it? I don't know. With me going out of town tomorrow morning, I want to make sure I can say goodnight to my son before he goes to bed, because, you know, he has school in the morning. Yeah, I think we'll put a pause on the book here, but we're definitely going to finish the marble races since we only have 2 left. Mel, I look forward to seeing where the investigative side of this story goes. I'm quite intrigued. Very intrigued, actually. Oops, forgot to push a number. Not me. Let's look at the bear. Looks like a bear. My skid, good God. My kids start summer break this week. Wow. I think, I want to say my son's is early June. Maybe the 6th, something like that. Whatever that Friday is. And then he's on break. And then, at least I don't have to get up early to take him to school. I just have to get up even earlier now to get the dog outside. You're on the last week of school for us. Wow. Seems we're late to the... Job is to read, can't read. You know what, Corgi? I think you and that sword need to spend some time apart. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Those tears don't work on me. I'm just happy I got home before my hubby's B-Day Friday. I was in the hospital all week and left and let out Thursday night, still taking it easy though. Donna, I'm so sorry you're in the hospital. What happened? If you are okay saying what happened, I hope. Sounds like you're home and recovering, so that's good, but I hope you're okay. I know what it's like to be in hospital, that's for sure. Hospitals suck. No fun. At all. And I hope hubby has a good birthday as well. Oh, you know what I should do right now? I should do a couple more of my gains. I had awful new symptoms start after my colonoscopy and endoscopy because I have Crohn's. Ah, I see. Okay. I had a colonoscopy, endoscopy at the same time once because I was having terrible issues, and I lost like 20 pounds. It was crazy. I'm not going to get into the gross details, but it was all because of a little polyp or something inside my stomach, and it was completely, or an ulcer. I don't think, no, it wasn't an ulcer. There was something in my stomach, and after they got it removed, I started to feel a lot better. And of course, that 20 pounds came right back. So, boo to that. Rexter, well done. Well done. You stopped counting after I've had 30 of each? Good God.
Regular curls X10.
All right. So, first is regular curls. You're supposed to have scopes every 6 months.
Hammer curls X5.
And then hammers times 5. So let's knock 2 off. And then let's go do those. Good luck in the last race. Nailed it. Have a great trip. Good night. Thanks for reading. Thank you, Mel. Hopefully I'll be back in time for Tuesday. If for some reason I don't go live, well, you know why. Got a lurk, 6-year-old refuses to sleep. Kids. I swear, kids. You know? Like, oh my gosh. What do we do? Let's see. Fubar is in the lead right now. Nope, just kidding. Rexter's... Nope. Everyone's spinning in a circle, so it's really hard to tell. All I know is I'm out. We had a low-key night for hubby's B-Day, splurged and ordered a ton of sushi, and watched a lot of anime. A whole ton of sushi, huh? That is a splurge. Where did you put it all? Because, like, sushi doesn't weigh that much. So, a ton? That's... Good God. You could have probably fed everyone on your street and then some. It was almost $100 bill after delivery fee. Jeez. That must have been some good sushi. Man, I can definitely tell that I've been doing a lot of work with wood and stuff lately and lifting things because, man, I feel stiff. No bueno. right, Kay's in first. Rexter, followed by Donna, then Corgi, Fubar, and Purple fighting it out for 5th and 6th. Who's gonna make it? Feeling achy and stiff all over too, but I slept like 15 hours last night. Good grief, that's amazing. I don't have that luxury right now because of our puppy. We have to get up at like 6 a.m. to make sure she goes out. Hubby is running me a bubble bath right now. Oh, so lucky. I used to have a big enough tub that I could fit in, but since we moved, the tub that we have now, I'm pretty broad-shouldered, so I have to kind of like, it's just not comfortable. Okay. 3rd place goes to Stunt Mama. Well done, you're on the podium. W's now isn't huge, but I'm only 5'2". Well, I'm 6 feet. So, broad. Need a jacuzzi, no tub will fit us. I know, right? It's annoying. 2nd place is Kay. Well done, Kay. When we used the bathroom on the 1st floor, it is a 60-gallon soaking tub, but my in-laws took over the 1st floor. Oh, you need to take it back. Yay. All right. Who took first? Let's find out. Bless, it's me. Thank you. Thank you. Just want to take this moment to say, I love you all. Ooh, Kay, you only had 1 point behind me. Oh. And Stump Mama, you were only 2 points behind Kay. That was a tight finish. Woo. So close. If it were rigged, I would have won by like 20 points. I forgot to join most races, so I don't expect to win it all. That's okay. There'll be another time.
There's a leak in the boat!
Now I got to see it. Oh my gosh. Folks, I needed tonight, even though I completely butchered something on every page. But you know, that happens. I will do better. I can be better. And I will. That's how you rig it correctly, so it doesn't look like you rigged it by going overboard. Shh, Donna. Messing it up. All right, let's find someone we can go say hello to. Yes, I'll be out of town pretty much right away tomorrow.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you. Get in my belly.
Rexter, thank you. I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but it's so good. Such a classic. Yeah, I'm taking my kid to school in the morning and then leaving right from there. So, yeah, it's a thing. It's a real thing. Okay, who do we have online? Don't forget, folks, if you have to travel for work where you don't normally do it, claim that mileage. You get 70 cents a mile right now, which is insane. It's never been that high. Ever. Where are you going? I'm going to Chicago. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to meet Taco. But I don't know if we'll have time. They didn't let me eat much in the hospital, so I ate a lot when I got out. Oh, I bet you did. Yep. Enjoy the bath, Donna. Thanks for chatting and being here. I'm not jealous at all. It's going to be amazing. I know who we're going to raid. Let me set that aside so I don't spill. We're going to raid our lovely friend Moog. Chicago's Midwest. It's only like 4 hours from me. Feel free to copy the message. Make sure I got the right amount there. East side for me. Well, it's central. I promise. I promise it's central. Same time zone as me. All right, folks. It's been a blast. It's been a pleasure. Rexter, thank you for the gifted subs. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And I don't care what Stunt says. Make sure you go watch Stunt live tomorrow. She's kind of sealing the deal to make sure she can apply for partner, and by George, she better get it. Okay, that's my spiel. Thank you for being here. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a wonderful night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, or read anything I wouldn't read. Until then, I will hopefully see you on Tuesday. Good night.